Edge at 11 starts now.
There's confusion everywhere. It's chaotic. It's a mess.
Tonight on The Edge, an example of how reliant we can be on technology. A global technology outage cripples banks, businesses, traffic into Canada and leaves thousands around the country scrambling at airports. The Detroit Metro Airport still reeling from the outage as delays and cancellations persist.
There's no secret that technology can be a double-edged sword, and travelers are also feeling the effects. Fox News' Lauren Edwards reports.
Honestly, I think that there's a sense of unity when everyone has to commiserate together.
Like thousands of travelers nationwide, it's been a long day. Kristen Vermetten feels it.
My travel today started at 4 a.m. at Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Arrived on time, ready to make this trip so that I could spend the day with my parents up in Traverse City.
But her plans hit a snafu once she got to Detroit Metro Airport.
I was able to, after multiple delays, still make it to Detroit, but had missed my connecting flight to Traverse City, and I've been in this line now and waiting for bags for over 6 hours.
Waiting with dozens of other people, wondering where her luggage just may be.
This line and waiting over by the carousel, hoping to see my bag pop up. And just got an update that it's actually now going to be on a flight going to Traverse City, so it's been a day.
Several carousels were empty while luggage sat idle on others. She wasn't the only one, though, pushing through the pain.
I've been crying a lot. It's for my birthday. It's my 25th birthday trip, and it was canceled.
Bailey Ramsey says she was supposed to blow out her birthday candles in Honolulu, but now she's at baggage claim in Detroit.
I don't think that there's another flight for the next few days, so I don't think I'm going to be able to go, period, and I don't get money back from the Airbnb or from the flight.
And on top of it all, she doesn't know where her luggage is.
I'm scared that my bag is lost. That's my worst fear because that's a lot of money in there too.
Countless flights were delayed or canceled after Microsoft's outage occurred Friday morning, which led to long lines and frustration for travelers. Some flights resumed in the afternoon, but many are still waiting for the whereabouts of their luggage.
I will say the Delta workers have been really lovely and supportive, and I felt for them all day and what they've been working with.
Airlines are asking travelers to constantly check their phones or the apps for updates on their flights and their luggage. At Detroit Metro Airport, I'm Lauren Edwards on The Edge.
Well, it's getting hard to keep track of all the Democrats calling on President Biden to drop out of the race.
Yeah, so far more than 30 of them have expressed concerns, but the president is not budging. He said today that he plans on hitting the campaign trail again next week. We're told that the president feels personally hurt and betrayed as Democrats try to push him out. Some Democratic leaders are even thinking about holding a mini primary to replace Mr. Biden if he changes his mind.
I think kind of a mini primary, whoever emerges, including Kamala Harris, would be a stronger candidate than if we tried to exclude a transparent public process.
Remember, we're about a month away from the Democratic National Convention. Democrats are facing mounting pressure to figure out their pick for president ahead of the party's convention next month.
Well, the deadly Oxford school shooting may have played a part in last weekend's assassination attempt on Donald Trump. New details show the would-be assassin had the Oxford shooter's mugshot on his phone. He also looked up information about the Oxford gunman's parents, who are all behind bars after their son killed 4 students back in 2021. Investigators are still working to figure out a clear motive behind the assassination attempt.
Well, the former president and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, will be taking the stage tomorrow in Grand Rapids.
Yes, it's Donald Trump's first rally since that attempt on his life. Fox News' Dave Kitchen gives us a preview.
Every single auto worker, union and non-union, should be voting for Donald Trump because we're going to bring back car manufacturing and we're going to bring it back fast.
Coming right off Thursday night's Republican National Convention speech in Milwaukee, former President Donald Trump is set to rally with supporters Saturday in Grand Rapids, the first time as the official GOP presidential nominee for 24, and many party faithful are considering it a pilgrimage.
He really has an affinity towards Michigan, not simply because of the people of the state of Michigan, which he does, but also because it's still the automotive capital of the nation, of the world.
Former Farmington Hills City Councilman John Corey co-chaired Trump's 2016 campaign in Michigan and says the former president's first post-convention rally happening in Michigan underscores its importance in November.
If we recall, on the eve of the 2016 election, where was he the night before? He was in Grand Rapids. Rapids. So here he is again. He's back in Grand Rapids, and he's speaking to throngs of crowds, and there'll be many there, not just from Michigan, I'm sure, but also from around the Midwest, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio.
Ohio Senator and Trump's newly announced running mate, J.D. Vance, will be alongside Trump for the first time at this rally, and it will also be Trump's first campaign event since a gunman made an attempt on his life in Pennsylvania last weekend.
To be able to come and stand before America and stand at that convention and to say, I'm still here and I'm with you and we're going to take back our country and we're going to work towards the future for a better America. That's what he's saying.
There's another factor that makes the Grand Rapids appearance stand out. It comes as more national Democrats call on President Joe Biden to drop his re-election bid, something that reportedly could happen this weekend if he gives in to the mounting pressure.
Frankly, it doesn't matter who the opponents are. I think the nation is looking for someone that can make the economy a little bit better, and drop inflation, drop our prices, and make lives easier again.
And I'll be at the rally myself reporting for Fox 2, and we will bring you all of the highlights as they happen on air and online. Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
You work hard all week, and you want on the weekend to be rewarded with the weather, and it sounds like this might just happen.
A greater reward than what some of us have is payday today. Meteorologist Stephanie Mead joins us with good news.
Yeah, it's payday, and it's a lot of sunshine today.
Watch out.
And tomorrow. Exactly. Exactly. We are looking at mainly clear, quiet conditions right now. This is a live look over Detroit, and it is quiet. We're not tracking any precip today for a good chunk of tomorrow, and even through a good portion of Sunday. So a lot of dry time, probably one of the better weekends we've seen this summer. 68 right now downtown, 67 in Ludington, 72 Chicago, a little cooler up near Marquette at 63 degrees right now. We have an area of high pressure that is going to keep us underneath fair skies and have quiet conditions over the next couple of hours. And I think Saturday, completely dry, no issues, kind of like today and yesterday. And then heading through the day on Sunday, we might hit a few snags here and there just in terms of some lighter showers, but I think those are going to be very few and far between. 61, mostly clear skies tonight. Temperatures will bottom out low 60s early on tomorrow morning, and we'll see our temps warm relatively quickly because we are headed to the middle 80s tomorrow. This is our seasonal high, our normal high, and this is where we should be for this time of year. Warm and sunny, low humidity, so nothing oppressive. Our humidity levels over the next couple of days will steadily increase, but we're not necessarily tracking any oppressive humidity, even with our numbers increasing through about the middle part of next week. Dew point readings should return to the 60s, mid 60s, if not upper 60s, and that's when we have kind of stuffy air overhead. This is by 11 o'clock early Sunday, so we'll have a cold front kind of slide through the state. You notice a bit more cloud cover in mid-Michigan that will slide to the south and southeast. So there might be that off chance of seeing an isolated shower. Monday's mainly dry, and then heading through Tuesday, that's our next chance for a few showers. So albeit a good part of the weekend staying mainly dry, we can't rule out that isolated chance heading through the day on Sunday. But again, I wouldn't bank on everyone seeing that rain chance. 84 degrees on Sunday, mid 80s during the day on Monday. And then by the middle part of the work week, spotty storm chances return Tuesday into Wednesday with daytime highs by the end of the week, returning to near seasonal Thursday and Friday.
Those flames are fierce. An explosive fire in the city of Monroe. There's nothing left of this garage on Adams Street between 4th and 5th Streets. Neighbors reported hearing an explosion, but we're still awaiting information on what started this fire tonight.
Over in Monroe Township, another fire tonight. Crews were called to the Motel 7. When they arrived, they found a victim half in and half out of a motel room. That person was taken to the hospital for smoke inhalation. The fire was contained to the just one room. We're told it appears to have started on the bed.
The way people are driving, it terrifies me. And this is devastating, and I can't even imagine for the family and for everybody what they're going through.
A mother of 3 is dead after a crash in Dearborn. It happened around 8 this morning on Michigan Avenue near Nowland Street. Police say that an SUV was driving too fast, ran a red light, crashed into that pickup truck. 33-year-old Dr. Gaida Mustafa died after being hit. The 26-year-old SUV driver went to the hospital and is in critical condition. The CDC issues a warning over deadly deli meat.
Well, Listeria has claimed 2 lives so far, 1 in Illinois and 1 in New Jersey. 28 people have been hospitalized in 12 states across the Midwest and East Coast. So far, there are no cases in Michigan, but the CDC is advising people to avoid eating meat sliced at deli counters or heat the products at least before serving.
It's important that we track which variants are circulating and we update our vaccines accordingly.
Keep in mind, as you get out for the rest of the summer, there's another COVID surge circulating around our country. The CDC reports at least 7 states are experiencing what it calls, quote, very high COVID levels. It is being largely driven by a COVID variant known as, quote, flirt, which is now responsible for more than half of all new cases. While the variant is highly transmissible, the symptoms appear to be less severe. The patients most affected are the elderly and those with underlying medical conditions. The CDC is now organizing a new push to get folks up to date on their vaccines, calling it the best way to stay ahead of the next COVID strain.
Well, good news from Belle Isle. The E. coli has cleared, so it is once again safe to hang out at the beach and swim in the water. The beach closed on Monday due to unsafe levels of the bacteria. It's believed the recent rain over the past 2 weeks caused unhealthy runoff into the streams that feed into the Detroit River.